Okay, so I just want to do a quick intro here to the quad draw tool. Right, so I'm just going to create a sphere here. Just move it up a little bit, maybe scale it up a little bit. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw topology on top of this surface with the quad draw tool, and it's going to basically cling. Right, it's going to create a separate piece of geometry that conforms to the surface. Right, so before I do that, I just want to up the number of divisions here, say about 200 in the axis and the height here. Alright, so I have a fairly dense mesh. Alright, so I get an even smooth surface to draw on. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make the surface live so that I can draw on it. Right, how do I do that? I select the surface here, the mesh, and I click this button up here. Right, this row of magnets here, this one to the right, I click that one and it makes this a live surface. So now I can no longer select this, but I'll be able to draw topology on top of here with the quad draw tool. Right, so I need to get the quad draw tool now. Alright, so I'm going to bring up my modeling toolkit by clicking this icon up here. Right, and in the menu here under tools we have the quad draw tool, so I'm just going to click that, and now I can start drawing polygons on this sphere. Alright, so if I click once, you'll see a green dot where I click, that's a point or a vertex. If I click again, I can create any number of vertices that I want. Right, so if I click 4 verts here and I hold on shift and click, right, I can create a face. Right, and when we're creating topology for characters, we want to stick to 4-sided faces. Right, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So I can just continue clicking here. Alright, now if I click 2 dots here, I already have 2 verts here from this face here, so I can just click shift there and create another face there. Right, so I can just continue clicking and holding on shift and creating faces in a line like that. Alright, and you can always come back in and click on your verts to move them around. You can click on an edge and move the edge around like that. Right, alright, so there's a number of keyboard shortcuts for this tool. If I double click on the tool icon there, I can bring up the tool settings. So if you see it, you might see it docked on the side there, tool settings. You can just click on the tool settings there. Under keyboard mouse shortcuts, right, you see a list of the shortcuts and it gives you a description of what each one of those does. Right, so you can go through that on your own. I'm just going to go through some of the more essential ones here. Right, so I believe control shift, right, will actually, you see it brings up this X icon next to the mouse. So if I click, it will actually delete that face. Right, well, I can always come back and rebuild it like that. Now I believe the same control X, if I come and then I click with the middle mouse button, I can actually drag and move an entire edge loop like that. Right, if I hold down tab and hold down the middle mouse button, I can extrude out an entire edge loop there. If I hold down tab and move just by clicking, right, with the left mouse button, I can move out an individual face like that. Right, and I just shift delete. I can go shift, control shift and delete an edge loop like that. If I want to add it back in, I can just click control and add back in an edge loop like that. Alright, so I can hold on tab and extrude out here. I can add another loop in there. Alright, so we see how quickly, you know, we can add gridded topology all over this this sphere. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is just delete these here. Alright, that creates a hole. Alright, so I just have this kind of square shape now. Now let's see what happens if I drag, or if I take this point and drag it towards this point here. Eventually it's going to snap together and it's going to fuse, it's going to merge. Alright, and we see that actually changes the direction of the loop there. Alright, so we see I can actually put a loop going all the way through this way here now. Alright, so if I just continue that for each of these corners and just merge each of these corners like that, taking this one and merging it to that one, and this one and merging it to that one, right? I end up, or I can end up with a kind of circle shape here, right? And I can add a division all the way through there, around there, like that. Alright, I can quad out inside here just by clicking a dot here and just hold on shift and filling up those there. And if I hold down shift and just click with the left mouse button, I can relax, right, smooth out these polygons here, right? So that's pretty useful, right, if you're just individually placing points and moving points and you just want to get a kind of smooth fall off in between your points. Right, you can use that relax tool there, right? Okay, so I think that's pretty much it for the basics of creating topology. So next what we can do is look at, let's try writing or creating some letters, right? Using polygons on top of this sphere.